Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and explorers of the human psyche, I invite you to embark with me on a journey into the depths of our own being, to explore the hidden landscapes within our minds. Today, we shall delve into a profound theme that resonates through the corridors of time and echoes within the chambers of our very souls. The enduring presence of the forgotten child within each of us. Imagine, if you will, the vastness of the unconscious as a grand, mysterious sea, a place where the currents of our deepest emotions and memories swirl and merge. Within this boundless ocean lies the essence of our inner child, a facet of our identity often obscured by the shadows of adulthood. It is a part of us that remains eternally young, embodying innocence, creativity, and the purest form of self. Yet, as we grow and adapt to the demands of society, this child often becomes neglected, hidden beneath layers upon layers of persona and social conformity. In our journey through life, we construct a persona, a social mask we present to the world. This persona is necessary, a means of navigating the complexities of social interaction, but it can also lead to the suppression of our true self. The inner child, vibrant and full of potential, retreats into the depths of our unconscious, waiting patiently for the moment when we might once again acknowledge its presence. The child archetype is universal, a symbol found in myths and stories across cultures. It represents potential and new beginnings, a reminder of the innate wonder and curiosity we possess at birth. Yet, in our pursuit of growth, we sometimes forget the importance of nurturing this aspect of ourselves. We become disconnected from the spontaneity and joy that once defined us. Entrapped in the confines of reason and logic, it is crucial, then, to embark on a journey of reconnection, to understand the forgotten child within. We must first understand the symbolism of the child archetype itself. This archetype is not merely a relic of our past, it is a living, breathing part of our psyche, capable of influencing our actions and decisions, even when we are unaware of its presence. It manifests in our dreams, those nightly voyages into the unconscious, where we encounter images and narratives that defy the constraints of waking reality. Consider the dreamscape as a theater of the mind, where the forgotten child often appears in various guises. In dreams, we might find ourselves as children once more, or we may encounter children in need of care and protection. These dream images are not random. They are messages from the unconscious, urging us to attend to the parts of ourselves we have long ignored. They beckon us to embrace vulnerability and rediscover the joy of playfulness, qualities that are often overshadowed by the burdens and expectations of adult life. The process of individuation, a central concept in analytical psychology, involves integrating these disparate parts of the self into a harmonious whole. It requires a conscious effort to engage with the unconscious, to listen to its whispers and heed its wisdom. By doing so, we can reclaim the vitality and creativity that lie dormant within us. The forgotten child becomes a guide, leading us toward a more authentic existence, one that honors both the rational mind and the intuitive heart. To reconnect with this inner child, we must also confront the shadows that linger in the corners of our psyche. These shadows represent the aspects of ourselves we deny or reject. Often out of fear or shame, the child within us has encountered these shadows and has been shaped by them. It is through the integration of these shadow elements that we can achieve a fuller understanding of ourselves, embracing both light and darkness in a dance of self-discovery. In this journey, we are not alone. The collective unconscious, that vast repository of human experience, provides us with symbols and motifs that guide us on our path, myths and fairy tales. Those ancient narratives that have withstood the test of time offer insights into the human condition and the eternal struggle between innocence and experience. They remind us that the hero's journey is not just an external quest, but an internal voyage, a return to the purity of the childlike spirit. As we explore these themes, let us remember that the forgotten child is not merely a relic of the past, but a living presence that continues to shape our perceptions and actions. By embracing this aspect of ourselves, we can unlock the doors to creativity, joy, and a deeper sense of purpose. The child within us is a source of endless potential, a wellspring of inspiration that, once tapped, can lead to profound personal transformation. In closing, I encourage each of you to embark on this journey of self-discovery, to listen to the whispers of your inner child and heed its call. In doing so, you will not only find a path to personal fulfillment, but also contribute to the collective healing of the world. For it is through the nurturing of our own souls that we can extend compassion and understanding to others, creating a ripple effect that transcends the boundaries of the individual and embraces the universal. May you find the courage to explore the depths of your being and the wisdom to integrate the forgotten child into the tapestry of your life. The journey is yours to undertake, and the rewards are beyond measure. The forgotten child still lives inside you, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Embrace it with open arms and an open heart, for it holds the key to the mysteries of the self and the universe alike. As we continue our exploration of the forgotten child within, let us turn our gaze to the intricate dance between consciousness and the unconscious, a relationship that shapes the very fabric of our existence. The forgotten child, nestled in the depths of our unconscious, is not an isolated entity, but a nexus of emotions, memories, and dreams. It serves as a bridge, connecting the conscious mind with the rich, fertile grounds of the unconscious. This connection is vital, for it is within the unconscious that our true potential lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. To fully grasp the significance of the forgotten child, we must first understand the nature of the unconscious itself. The unconscious is not a mere repository of repressed desires and forgotten memories, as some might suggest. Rather, it is a dynamic and living realm, teeming with archetypes and symbols that inform and shape our conscious experience. The child archetype is but one of many such symbols, yet it is uniquely potent in its ability to evoke the purity and creativity inherent in the human spirit. In engaging with the unconscious, we embark on a journey akin to descending into the depths of a vast and ancient forest. Here, amid the shadows and dappled light, we encounter not only the child, but also the myriad other aspects of ourselves that have been relegated to the periphery of awareness. These encounters can be unsettling, for they challenge the carefully constructed narratives we tell ourselves about who we are. Yet, it is precisely in this discomfort that the seeds of transformation are sown. The path to integration involves embracing the entirety of our being, acknowledging the beauty and the beast within the forgotten child, with its innate curiosity and boundless imagination, becomes an invaluable ally in this process. It invites us to question the rigid structures of thought that constrain us to approach life with a sense of wonder and openness. It encourages us to play, to create, and to dream, reminding us that growth is not a linear progression, but a spiral journey that often requires revisiting the past to inform the present. Consider, if you will, the role of creativity in this process of reconnection. Creativity is not merely the domain of artists and poets, but a fundamental aspect of the human experience. It is an expression of the soul's desire to manifest itself in the world, to give form to the formless, the forgotten child, unencumbered by the limitations of reason, is inherently creative, seeing possibilities where others see obstacles. By nurturing this creative spirit, we open ourselves to new ways of thinking and being, allowing the unconscious to speak through us in ways that transcend the ordinary. In this exploration, we must also address the wounds that the inner child may carry. For many, the journey to adulthood is fraught with experiences that leave indelible marks on the psyche, moments of pain, loss, and betrayal that shape our perceptions of self and others. The forgotten child often bears the weight of these wounds, retreating into the shadows as a means of protection. Yet, it is through the gentle process of healing these wounds that we can reclaim the child's gifts of joy and vitality. Healing the inner child involves a compassionate acknowledgement of these past experiences, an acceptance that allows for the release of old patterns and the emergence of new possibilities. It requires patience and tenderness, a willingness to sit with discomfort and to listen to the stories the child has to tell. In doing so, we create space for the child to step into the light, to become an active participant in our conscious lives rather than a silent specter dwelling in the unconscious. As we integrate the forgotten child, we may find that our relationships with others begin to transform. The child within us is a source of empathy and connection, capable of seeing the world through eyes unclouded by cynicism and fear. It teaches us to approach others with kindness and understanding, to recognize the child within them that also longs to be seen and heard. In this way, the journey of individuation becomes a shared endeavor, a collective awakening that echoes through the tapestry of human experience. Let us not forget the role of dreams in this grand narrative. Dreams are the language of the unconscious, a nightly dialogue between the conscious and the hidden aspects of the self. They provide a canvas upon which the forgotten child paints its desires and fears, offering insights and revelations that elude the waking mind. By attending to our dreams, we gain access to the symbolic language of the unconscious, unlocking the wisdom that lies therein. In this ongoing dialogue with the unconscious, let us cultivate a sense of humility and reverence for the mysteries that lie beyond the threshold of conscious awareness. The forgotten child is a guide, but it is also a reminder of the vastness of the human soul, of the infinite potential that resides within each of us. It calls us to trust in the unfolding of our own unique path, to embrace the paradoxes and contradictions that define the human condition. As we draw closer to the essence of the forgotten child, may we find the courage to step into the unknown, to explore the uncharted territories of our own psyche with the same wonder and curiosity that once defined our earliest experiences of the world. For in doing so, we not only honor the child within, but also the greater journey of becoming whole. A journey that is as much about returning to our roots as it is about reaching for the stars. As we journey further into the realms of the unconscious, let us turn our attention to the intricate interplay between the inner child and the shadow, those darker aspects of our psyche that we often fear to confront. The shadow is an integral part of the self, representing the qualities and desires we have repressed or denied. It is a repository of both potential and peril, a mirror reflecting the parts of ourselves we are reluctant to acknowledge. Within this shadow resides the forgotten child, waiting patiently for the moment when we might begin the process of reconciliation and integration. To understand the relationship between the child and the shadow, we must first acknowledge that the shadow is not inherently malevolent. Rather, it is a natural component of the human experience, a testament to the complexity and duality of our nature. The shadow contains elements of our personality that, when embraced, can lead to profound growth and transformation. Yet, when ignored or suppressed, it can manifest in ways that are destructive both to ourselves and to those around us. The forgotten child, in its innocence, is deeply connected to the shadow, for it is often the child's unmet needs and unexpressed emotions that contribute to the formation of the shadow. This connection is not one of opposition, but of complementarity, a reminder that light and darkness are inextricably linked. By engaging with the shadow, we create an opportunity to heal the wounds of the inner child, to bring into consciousness the hidden aspects of our psyche that yearn for acknowledgement and integration. In this endeavor, the process of active imagination becomes a powerful tool. Active imagination is a technique that allows us to engage in dialogue with the unconscious, to bring to light the symbols and images that reside within. Through this creative exploration, we can initiate a conversation with the child and the shadow, inviting them to reveal their secrets and insights. This dialogue is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a transformative encounter, one that requires an open heart and a willingness to embrace the unknown. As we engage in this dialogue, we may encounter resistance, for the shadow is not easily tamed, and the child may be wary of revealing its vulnerabilities. Yet, it is through patience and persistence that we can begin to unravel the layers of defense that protect these aspects of ourselves. By approaching the shadow with compassion and curiosity, we can transform it from a force of opposition into a source of empowerment, a wellspring of creativity and potential. This process of integration is akin to alchemy, the ancient art of transformation that seeks to transmute base elements into gold. In the alchemical journey, the shadow represents the prima materia, the raw material that must be purified and refined, the forgotten child, with its purity and innocence, serves as the catalyst for this transformation, guiding us toward the realization of our true self. Through the union of opposites, we can achieve the goal of individuation, the emergence of a self that is whole and complete. In this alchemical process, we are aided by the archetypes, those universal symbols that populate the collective unconscious. The child and the shadow are but two of these archetypes, each offering its own unique insights and challenges. By engaging with these archetypes, we tap into the wisdom of the ages, accessing a level of understanding that transcends the limitations of the individual ego. The journey toward integration is not without its trials, for it demands that we confront the fears and insecurities that lie at the heart of our being. The forgotten child may carry the scars of past traumas, wounds that must be tended to with care and compassion. Yet, it is through the healing of these wounds that we can reclaim the child's gifts of wonder and imagination. Gifts that have the power to illuminate even the darkest corners of our soul. Let us not forget the role of the collective in this individual journey. The forgotten child is not only a personal symbol, but also a reflection of the collective unconscious, a reminder of the shared experiences that bind us together as human beings. In nurturing our own inner child, we contribute to the healing of the collective psyche, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond the confines of the self. As we continue to explore the depths of our own being, may we find the courage to embrace the totality of who we are, to honor both the light and the shadow within. For it is in this embrace that we find the keys to our own liberation, the path to a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a guardian of secrets and a bearer of truth, waiting to guide you toward the realization of your fullest potential. Embrace it, cherish it, and allow it to lead you on the journey of a lifetime, a journey that promises not only self-discovery, but a deeper connection to the world around you. As we delve deeper into the labyrinths of the psyche, let us consider the role of symbols and myths in the journey of reconnecting with the forgotten child. Symbols are the language of the unconscious, a bridge that links the tangible world with the intangible realms of the soul. They speak to us in a language that transcends words, evoking emotions and insights that elude the rational mind. The forgotten child, as an archetype, is richly embedded in these symbols, manifesting in stories and myths that have been passed down through generations. Myths, those ancient narratives that have endured through time, offer a treasure trove of wisdom about the human condition. They are the collective dreams of humanity, reflecting our deepest fear, desire, and aspirations. Within these myths, we encounter the child in various guises, a symbol of hope, renewal, and the potential for transformation. The child in myth often embarks on a hero's journey, facing trials and tribulations that mirror our own struggles for self-realization. Consider the myth of the hero's journey, a universal motif that appears in cultures around the world. The hero, often depicted as a young figure, embarks on a quest that takes them from the safety of the known world into the unknown. Along the way, they encounter allies and adversaries, face challenges that test their resolve, and ultimately undergo a transformation that leads to a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. This journey is symbolic of the individuation process, the path toward integrating the disparate parts of the self into a cohesive whole. In this mythic framework, the forgotten child is both the hero and the quest itself. The journey to reclaim the child within is a descent into the underworld of the unconscious, where we must confront the shadows and embrace the light. It is a journey that requires courage and resilience, for it demands that we face the parts of ourselves we have long denied. Yet, it is also a journey of hope, for it promises the possibility of renewal and rebirth, a chance to rediscover the joy and wonder that reside at the core of our being. The myths that speak of the child are not confined to the past, but continue to resonate in the present, offering guidance and inspiration as we navigate the complexities of modern life. In a world that often prioritizes logic and reason over intuition and emotion, the forgotten child reminds us of the importance of balance, of honoring both the rational and the instinctual aspects of our nature. It calls us to reconnect with the spontaneity and creativity that are the hallmarks of the childlike spirit, qualities that are essential for innovation and growth. As we engage with these myths and symbols, let us also consider the role of ritual in the process of reconnection. Rituals are powerful tools for transformation, providing a structured means of engaging with the unconscious. They serve as a container for the symbolic language of the psyche, allowing us to enact the journey of the forgotten child in a tangible way, whether through art, dance, or meditation. Rituals offer a space for the expression and integration of the child within, facilitating the healing and transformation that are at the heart of the individuation process. In this exploration, let us also acknowledge the role of the collective in shaping the myths and rituals that inform our understanding of the child. We are not isolated beings, but part of a larger tapestry of human experience, and our individual journeys are intertwined with the collective journey of humanity. By engaging with the myths and symbols of the collective unconscious, we tap into a reservoir of shared wisdom that transcends the limitations of the individual ego, offering insights and guidance that are both timeless and universal. As we continue this journey, may we find the courage to embrace the myths and symbols that speak to the forgotten child within, for they are not mere relics of the past, but living, breathing entities that have the power to transform our lives and the world around us. By honoring the child within, we open ourselves to new possibilities, fostering a sense of wonder and creativity that can lead to profound personal and collective transformation. In closing, let us remember that the journey to reclaim the forgotten child is not a solitary endeavor, but a shared undertaking, one that requires the support and understanding of others. As we seek to reconnect with the child within, may we also extend compassion and empathy to those around us, recognizing that we are all engaged in the same quest for wholeness and fulfillment. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a beacon of hope and a source of endless potential, waiting to be rediscovered and embraced. Let it guide you on this journey of transformation, and may it lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. As we journey onward into the depths of our psyche, let us explore the profound relationship between the forgotten child and the concept of time, a relationship that is both paradoxical and transformative. The child within us exists in a realm beyond the linear progression of time, a space where past, present, and future converge in a dance of eternal now. This timeless realm is the domain of the unconscious, where the forgotten child retains its essence untouched by the passage of years. In our daily lives, we are often bound by the constraints of chronological time, measuring our experiences by the ticking of the clock and the turning of the calendar. Yet, the forgotten child invites us to step outside these confines, to enter a space where time is fluid and expansive. It calls us to remember that the childlike qualities of wonder, curiosity, and playfulness are not lost to the past, but remain accessible to us in every moment. This timeless quality of the inner child is reflected in the concept of kairos, an ancient Greek term that signifies the opportune moment, time of potential and transformation. Unlike Chronos, which measures the quantitative passage of time, Kairos speaks to the qualitative experience of time, the moments when the veil between the conscious and unconscious thins, allowing for profound insight and change. The forgotten child lives within the realm of Kairos, inviting us to seize these moments of potential and to embrace the possibilities they offer. As we engage with the timeless child, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of life, a cycle that mirrors the rhythms of nature and the universe. Just as the seasons turn and the moon waxes and wanes, so too do we experience cycles of growth, decay, and renewal within our own lives. The forgotten child is a symbol of these cycles, embodying the eternal process of becoming, of shedding old skins and emerging anew. In this cyclical journey, we encounter the archetype of the eternal child, a figure that appears in myths and stories across cultures. The eternal child is a symbol of perpetual renewal, a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for continual rebirth and transformation. This archetype teaches us that the child within is not merely a relic of the past, but a living presence that can guide us through the cycles of our lives, offering wisdom and insight at every turn. As we navigate these cycles, we are called to embrace the concept of beginner's mind, an attitude of openness and receptivity that allows us to approach each moment with fresh eyes and an open heart. The forgotten child embodies this beginner's mind, free from the burden of preconceived notions and judgments. By cultivating this mindset, we can tap into the innate creativity and spontaneity of the child, allowing it to inform our choices and actions in the context of psychological growth. The forgotten child serves as a reminder that healing and transformation are not linear processes, but journeys marked by ebbs and flows. There will be moments of clarity and breakthrough, as well as times of confusion and regression. The child within us teaches us to be patient with ourselves, to trust in the unfolding of our own unique path, and to recognize that each moment, no matter how challenging, holds the seeds of possibility and growth as we continue to explore the timeless realm of the forgotten child. Let us also consider the role of imagination in this journey. Imagination is the gateway to the unconscious, a bridge that connects the visible world with the invisible realms of the psyche. The forgotten child is inherently imaginative, seeing possibilities where others see limitations, and creating worlds of wonder and possibility. In engaging with the imagination, we open ourselves to new ways of seeing and being, allowing the child within to guide us in creative exploration and expression. This engagement with imagination is not merely an escape from reality, but a means of deepening our connection to the inner self, of accessing the wisdom and insight that lie within the depths of our being. As we honor the role of imagination, let us also acknowledge the importance of play in the life of the forgotten child. Play is the language of the child, a means of exploring the world and expressing the self. It is through play that the child learns, grows, and transforms, engaging with the world in a way that is both joyful and meaningful. By embracing play in our own lives, we can reconnect with the child within, fostering a sense of joy and freedom that can lead to profound healing and transformation. In closing, may we find the courage to embrace the timeless child within, to honor its wisdom and creativity, and to allow it to guide us on our journey of self-discovery and transformation. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a beacon of hope and a source of endless potential, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it lead you into the realm of timeless possibilities, where the boundaries of time and space dissolve, and the true essence of the self is revealed as we traverse further into the exploration of the forgotten child within us. Let us turn our attention to the profound connections between this inner aspect and the concept of wholeness. Wholeness is a central theme in the journey of individuation, the process of becoming who we are meant to be by integrating all parts of ourselves. The forgotten child is an essential piece of this puzzle, a vital component of our psychic structure that holds the key to unlocking our full potential. In the quest for wholeness, we must embrace the multiplicity of our being, acknowledging that we are composed of many parts, each with its own voice and story. The forgotten child is one such voice, a reminder of the innocence and purity that reside at the core of our being. Yet, it is also a voice that has often been silenced or overshadowed by the demands of adulthood, by the roles and responsibilities that we assume as we navigate the complexities of life. To achieve wholeness, we must listen to this voice, allowing it to guide us back to the essence of who we are. This requires a willingness to engage with the inner child, to revisit the landscapes of our past with compassion and understanding. It is through this act of remembrance that we can begin to heal the wounds that have been carried forward, to release the burdens that prevent us from fully embracing the present. The path to wholeness is not a solitary one, but a shared journey, for we are all interconnected, woven together by the threads of the collective unconscious. As we work to integrate the forgotten child within ourselves, we contribute to the greater healing of the collective psyche, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond the boundaries of the individual. In this way, the journey of individuation becomes a communal endeavor, a shared quest for meaning and fulfillment. In our pursuit of wholeness, we must also confront the dualities that define our existence, the opposites that create the tension necessary for growth and transformation. The forgotten child embodies these dualities, representing both vulnerability and strength, innocence and wisdom. By embracing these opposites, we can achieve a deeper understanding of ourselves, recognizing that true wholeness is found not in the elimination of contradictions, but in their harmonious integration. This integration is facilitated by the archetypes, those universal symbols that serve as guides on our journey of self-discovery. The child is but one of these archetypes, yet it plays a crucial role in the process of individuation, reminding us of the importance of play, creativity, and imagination. By engaging with the archetypes, we tap into the collective wisdom of humanity, accessing insights that transcend the limitations of the individual ego. In this exploration, let us also consider the role of dreams in the journey toward wholeness. Dreams are the language of the unconscious, a nightly dialogue between the conscious mind and the deeper aspects of the self. They provide a canvas upon which the forgotten child paints its desires and fears, offering insights and revelations that elude the waking mind. By attending to our dreams, we gain access to the symbolic language of the unconscious, unlocking the wisdom that lies therein. As we honor the messages of our dreams, we create space for the forgotten child to speak, to share its wisdom and insights. This dialogue between the conscious and unconscious is essential for achieving wholeness, for it allows us to integrate the disparate parts of ourselves into a cohesive whole. It is through this process of integration that we can achieve the goal of individuation, the emergence of a self that is complete and authentic. In conclusion, may we find the courage to embrace the forgotten child within, to honor its role in the journey toward wholeness, and to allow it to guide us on our path of self-discovery and transformation. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a source of endless potential and creativity, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it lead you on this journey of transformation, and may it bring you closer to the realization of your true self. As we continue to navigate the rich tapestry of the psyche, let us delve into the profound relationship between the forgotten child and the notion of authenticity. Authenticity is a hallmark of the individuated self, a state of being in which one is true to their own personality, spirit, and character. Depite external presuris, the forgotten child is intimately tied to this quest for authenticity, as it embodies the purest expression of our true nature. Unencumbered by the layers of persona that we construct to navigate the world, in our formative years, we are often encouraged to conform, to mold ourselves according to the expectations of society, family, and peers. This process of socialization, while necessary for functioning within a community, can lead to the suppression of our authentic self. The forgotten child, in its innocence, represents the aspects of ourselves that we have hidden away, the dreams and desires that we have set aside in favor of acceptance and approval. The journey toward authenticity involves peeling back these layers of conditioning, allowing the forgotten child to emerge and reclaim its rightful place in our psyche. This process requires a deep commitment to self-exploration, a willingness to question the narratives we have constructed about who we are and who we ought to be. It involves confronting the fears and insecurities that have kept the child hidden, fostering an environment in which it feels safe to express itself freely. In this exploration, the role of self-reflection cannot be overstated. Self-reflection is a powerful tool for uncovering the layers of persona that obscure our true nature. It allows us to engage in an honest dialogue with ourselves, to examine our motivations, desires, and fears without judgment. Through this process, we can begin to discern the voice of the forgotten child, to distinguish it from the cacophony of external influences that have shaped our identity. As we engage in this process of discovery, we must also cultivate a sense of self-compassion. The journey toward authenticity is not without its challenges, for it involves confronting the parts of ourselves that we have long denied. The forgotten child may carry wounds that require healing, wounds inflicted by past experiences of rejection or betrayal. By approaching these wounds with compassion and understanding, we create a space in which the child can heal and grow, allowing it to contribute its unique gifts to our conscious life. In seeking authenticity, we are also called to embrace vulnerability. The forgotten child, in its essence, is vulnerable, open to the world in a way that the adult self often resists. Yet, it is through vulnerability that we can connect with others on a deeper level, fostering relationships that are genuine and meaningful. The child within us teaches us that true strength lies not in invulnerability, but in the courage to be seen as we truly are. As we cultivate authenticity, we also reconnect with our innate creativity. Creativity is the expression of the soul, a manifestation of the inner child's desire to explore and experiment. By honoring this creative impulse, we allow the child to play an active role in our lives, infusing our actions with a sense of joy and spontaneity. Creativity becomes a pathway to authenticity, a means of expressing our true self in the world. In this journey, let us also consider the role of nature in fostering authenticity. Nature is a mirror of the authentic self, a realm in which life unfolds according to its own rhythms and rules. By immersing ourselves in nature, we can reconnect with the forgotten child, tapping into the sense of wonder and awe that is the hallmark of the childlike spirit. Nature becomes a sanctuary, a place where we can shed the trappings of the ego and return to the essence of who we are. As we continue on this path of self-discovery, may we find the courage to embrace the forgotten child within, to honor its role in the quest for authenticity, and to allow it to guide us toward a life that is true to our deepest values and desires. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a beacon of authenticity and creativity, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it lead you on this journey of transformation, and may it bring you closer to the realization of your true self. As we venture further into the exploration of the forgotten child, let us contemplate the interplay between this inner aspect and the theme of resilience. Resilience, in the context of the psyche, refers to the capacity to navigate adversity while maintaining a sense of hope and purpose. It is an essential quality for navigating the complexities of life, and the forgotten child holds vital keys to unlocking this inner strength. The forgotten child within us is often more resilient than we might realize. In its essence, it embodies the qualities of adaptability and perseverance, traits that are crucial for overcoming the challenges we encounter throughout our lives. This resilience is not about being impervious to hardship, but about the ability to bend without breaking, to find a way forward, even in the face of uncertainty and struggle. In the process of individuation, it is often the forgotten child that first experiences the world in its raw, unfiltered form. As children, we encounter a myriad of experiences that shape our understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Some of these experiences are nurturing, while others may be challenging or even traumatic. Yet, the child's innate resilience allows it to learn and grow from these encounters, to develop a sense of agency and empowerment. As adults, reconnecting with this resilient aspect of the child can provide us with the tools we need to navigate the trials of adulthood. By embracing the forgotten child, we tap into a wellspring of inner strength and resourcefulness, qualities that enable us to face life's challenges with courage and determination. This reconnection involves a willingness to revisit our past, to integrate the lessons learned from our childhood experiences into our present understanding of ourselves. In this journey, we must also acknowledge the importance of support and community. The resilience of the forgotten child is bolstered by the connections it forms with others, by the sense of belonging and acceptance it experiences in relationships. As we seek to nurture our own resilience, we benefit from cultivating a network of support, a community that provides encouragement and understanding as we navigate the twists and turns of life. In the context of resilience, the forgotten child also teaches us the value of flexibility and openness. The child is inherently curious, open to new experiences and perspectives. This openness allows it to adapt to changing circumstances, to find creative solutions to the problems it encounters. By embracing the child's sense of curiosity and wonder, we can cultivate a more flexible and adaptive mindset, one that is capable of navigating the uncertainties of life with grace and wisdom. As we nurture our resilience, let us also consider the role of self-care in this process. The forgotten child, in its innocence, is attuned to its own needs and desires, unencumbered by the demands of the external world. By listening to the child's voice, we can develop a deeper awareness of our own needs and boundaries, fostering a sense of balance and well-being that supports our resilience. In this exploration, let us also honor the role of play in fostering resilience. Play is a vital component of the child's experience, a means of processing emotions and experiences in a safe and supportive environment. Through play, the child learns to navigate the complexities of the world, developing the skills and confidence needed to face challenges with resilience and creativity. By incorporating play into our own lives, we can tap into this source of renewal and strength, allowing it to bolster our resilience in the face of adversity. As we continue to explore the forgotten child within, may we find the courage to embrace its resilience and to allow it to guide us on our journey of self-discovery and growth. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a source of strength and perseverance, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it lead you on this path of transformation, and may it bring you closer to the realization of your true potential. As we journey further into the depths of our psyche, let us explore the connection between the forgotten child and the realm of emotions. Emotions are the language of the soul, the means by which we experience and understand the world around us. They are powerful forces that shape our perceptions and influence our actions. And the forgotten child is intimately connected to this emotional landscape. The child within us is inherently emotional, responding to the world with a purity and intensity that is often tempered by the rational mind as we grow older. In its essence, the child experiences emotions in their raw and unfiltered form, without the layers of judgment and analysis that the adult mind often imposes. This emotional honesty is a gift, a reminder of the depths and richness of the human experience. In our quest for integration, we must learn to honor and embrace the emotions of the forgotten child. This involves a willingness to engage with our feelings, to allow them to surface and be expressed without fear or shame. By doing so, we create a space for healing and transformation, allowing the child to release the pent-up emotions that may have been suppressed or ignored over the years. The process of engaging with our emotions is not always easy, or it requires a level of vulnerability that can be uncomfortable or even frightening. Yet, it is through this vulnerability that we find strength and resilience, as the child within teaches us to embrace the full spectrum of our emotional experience. By acknowledging our feelings, we can begin to understand their origins and meanings. gaining insights that can guide us on our journey toward wholeness. As we explore this emotional landscape, let us also consider the role of empathy and compassion. The forgotten child is naturally empathetic, capable of feeling deeply and connecting with others on an emotional level. By nurturing this quality within ourselves, we can cultivate a greater sense of compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for those around us. This empathy becomes a bridge, connecting us to the shared human experience and fostering a sense of interconnectedness and belonging. In the context of emotional exploration, the forgotten child also reminds us of the importance of forgiveness, both of ourselves and of others. The child, in its innocence, is quick to forgive, capable of letting go of past hurts and moving forward with an open heart. By embracing this capacity for forgiveness, we can release the emotional burdens that weigh us down, creating space for healing and renewal. Let us also acknowledge the role of creativity in the emotional life of the child. Creativity is a powerful means of emotional expression, allowing us to explore and articulate our feelings in a way that transcends words. Through art, music, and other forms of creative expression, the child within us finds a voice, sharing its emotions with the world in a way that is both authentic and transformative. As we engage with the emotional world of the forgotten child, may we find the courage to embrace the depth and complexity of our feelings, to honor them as an integral part of our journey towards self-discovery and growth. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a source of emotional wisdom and insight, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it guide you on this path of transformation, and may it bring you closer to the realization of your true self. In closing, let us remember that the journey to reconnect with the forgotten child is a lifelong endeavor, one that requires patience, courage, and a commitment to growth. By embracing the child within, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, cultivating a sense of joy, creativity, and resilience that can guide us through the challenges and triumphs of life. The forgotten child is not a relic of the past, but a living presence, a beacon of hope and possibility that illuminates the path to wholeness and fulfillment. Embrace it, nurture it, and allow it to lead you on a journey of transformation and discovery. As we delve deeper into the intricate dance between the forgotten child and the vast expanse of our psychic landscape, let us turn our attention to the concept of imagination, a vital aspect of the child's world that holds the power to transform our reality. Imagination, that boundless realm of possibility, serves as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious, a portal through which the forgotten child communicates its dreams and desires. The child within us is inherently imaginative, living in a world where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blur, where the ordinary is infused with magic and wonder. This imaginative capacity is not merely a fanciful escape, but a profound tool for exploration and discovery. It allows the child to navigate the complexities of the inner and outer worlds, to make sense of experiences and emotions that defy logical explanation. In our journey toward wholeness, rekindling the imaginative spirit of the forgotten child becomes essential. By engaging with our imagination, we create a space for the unconscious to express itself, to reveal the symbols and archetypes that inform our understanding of self and world. This engagement is not about escaping reality, but about enriching it, about seeing the world through the eyes of the child and discovering the deeper layers of meaning that lie beneath the surface. Imagination also serves as a catalyst for creativity, that divine spark that animates the soul and propels us towards self-expression. Through creative endeavors, the forgotten child finds a voice, sharing its insights and emotions in ways that transcend the limitations of language. Whether through art, music, writing, or other forms of expression, creativity becomes a sacred act, a means of communing with the deeper aspects of our being and the collective unconscious. As we nurture our imaginative and creative selves, we also tap into the power of visualization, a technique that allows us to create mental images of our desires and aspirations. Visualization is a form of active imagination, a way of manifesting the dreams of the forgotten child in the waking world. By visualizing our goals and intentions, we align our conscious and unconscious energies, creating a powerful synergy that propels us towards the realization of our fullest potential. In this exploration, let us also consider the role of storytelling in the imaginative life of the child. Stories are the vessels of imagination, the means by which the child makes sense of the world and its place within it. They are the threads that weave together the tapestry of our experience, connecting us to the myths and legends that have shaped human consciousness throughout history. By engaging with stories, both those we create and those we inherit, we tap into the collective imagination, accessing a reservoir of wisdom and insight that informs our journey of self-discovery. Let us also acknowledge the role of play in fostering imagination. Play is the natural expression of the child's imaginative world, a means of exploring possibilities and testing boundaries. Through play, the child learns to engage with the world in a way that is both joyful and meaningful, developing the skills and confidence needed to navigate the challenges of life. By incorporating play into our own lives, we can rekindle the imaginative spirit of the forgotten child, allowing it to inform our actions and decisions in a way that is both authentic and transformative. As we continue to explore the imaginative world of the forgotten child, may we find the courage to embrace its creativity and to allow it to guide us on our journey of self-discovery and growth. The forgotten child still lives inside you, a source of endless possibility and wonder, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. Let it lead you on this path of transformation, and may it bring you closer to the realization of your true self. In closing, let us remember that the journey to reconnect with the forgotten child is a sacred endeavor, one that requires an openness to the unknown and a willingness to explore the depths of our own being. By embracing the child within, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, cultivating a sense of joy, creativity, and resilience that can guide us through the challenges and triumphs of life. The forgotten child is not a relic of the past, but a living presence, a beacon of hope and possibility that illuminates the path to wholeness and fulfillment. Embrace it, nurture it, and allow it to lead you on a journey of transformation and discovery